Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios. Yesterday, I put up a video on the recent Godot controversy. Go look it up on Twitter or whatever. It's kind of blown up and it's starting to sort of simmer down now. But I did this long kind of 20-minute my thoughts on the whole thing video, and then I realized, you know what? I don't know if my thoughts actually really matter. I don't think it's that important. And then I kind of went into a lot of detail, and I think about 100 of you may have seen it already. So for those who watched it, thank you. But ultimately, I just didn't want to add any more fuel to the fire. I started noticing in the comments people arguing with each other, and this isn't a place for that. We all have different opinions, and ultimately, I'm just a game maker. Who cares what I think? You know what I mean? So I figured it wasn't worth it. So I took the video down. In a nutshell, though, what I would say is that if you are making games, using game engine or not using game engine, whatever it is, just don't get too attached to any one bit of software, because you just never know when the bottom can fall out. I was part of the Flash whole, growing up making Flash games and so on, and then that fell apart. And then I used Unity for a while, then I changed to Godot, and I'm sticking with Godot for now. This is a great engine for what I want to do for Lair or the Leviathan. It's great for Sword and Sandals. If I want to make a 3D game again, I don't think I would use Godot, because it wasn't great for Gorgon Shield, and I had a lot of issues with it. But, I'd maybe use Unreal next time. Be agnostic when it comes to your game engines. And, if you're really feeling brave, rock your own. That's a very time-consuming thing to do, though. I mean, I don't personally recommend it, but there are some more talented developers than me out there that might want to do that. If you have a game that really needs something that a regular game engine can't do, like some really custom physics or something, or pixel effects like in Noita or something like that, then do it yourself. Or if you're a tech genius or whatever. For most of us, we just want to get on making our games, and choose an engine, use it, and just don't get too involved in the Discord. Don't visit the Discord either, because it can be toxic places as well. Anyway, all that being said, I just had a quick video today because I wanted to show you a cool little trailer that David, my buddy from Nostalgic Realms, who's working with me on Lair or Leviathan, put together the other day for the Turn-Based Fest. Now, obviously, our game is very far from being completely playable, or even any gameplay state. I'm still very much working on the tool set for it, the world builder, the quest builder, the character creation, all that. It's all coming together at once, and then at some point we'll have something cool to show you. But David's been putting his own version of the game together using a different game tool called Construct, which is pretty cool. But you can see what the game is going to look like from this early teaser trailer. So check this out. It's a little gameplay reveal, and I'm going to play it for you. I have to apologize for the kind of poor quality of the video. This is a Twitter video. I'm not calling it X. Forget it. So it's a little kind of pixely and low quality, but you get the picture. Let's check it out. All right, what do you think of that? It's music by our friend Christian One, the composer, who's done a fantastic job on that theme. It really, to me, it feels like a classic fantasy theme, and I kind of hum that in my head as I'm kind of walking around. My boys know the theme now. Like, do 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 do. It's excellent. And that trailer just shows off some of the cool sort of turn-based combat, some of the town stuff with the hero entering the tavern, and that is just like the archetype fantasy story, isn't it? Where you have the heroes enter the tavern out, coming in from the cold, standing in front of the hearth, and then the dwarf says, our final companion has arrived. A little bit late. Well, it doesn't say that, but we're going to put some banter in there. We're really trying to make this game a classic fantasy story. It's not going to be really kind of subversive or wild high fantasy like you see in sort of Baldur's Gate 3, which, I love that game and I'm playing through it right now. And there's a lot I love about it. It does tend to sort of, go down the more kind of weird elements of D&D. We're trying to get back to the classic sort of, a fighter is a fighter, a mage is a mage, a dwarf is a dwarf, good and evil, a little bit more of a mysterious world, sort of a bit more show don't tell kind of stuff. There's not going to be tons and tons of dialogue to sift through. But if you've read the books, the Dragonlance novels, this in my head is kind of what we're sort of, aiming for. And a bit of Conan the Barbarian, low fantasy stuff, essentially. But still, still D&D and monsters. And as you can see there's some crazy spider, half sort of kind of human monster thing there, goblins and all the rest. And horse riding and big maps, all sorts of stuff going on. That is just a minute or so of what David has in mind for the game. There's going to be heaps more to show off, and of course it'll all be done using the tool set that I'm using, improved lighting and all sorts of goodies for you. We are a long way from having this game finished, but and already is doing pretty well. We've got quite a lot of, about nearly 18,000 wish lists on Steam. So if you like what you see, throw us a wish list and you'll be notified when there's more and more stuff to find out about the game. We hope to have a demo in maybe a year. I'm thinking a year's time, maybe less, maybe even 9 months. How long's a piece of string? Whatever you think the time is going to be, always double it. But I'm confident that this tool set is going to take a long time for me to build, but once it's built, I'll just be able to rattle out quests and dialogue and add items, inventory, and really expand that world map. We're thinking the demo is just going to have that one starter map, and you can have a few little areas to explore. It's very much an open world experience, very much if you want to go explore the sort of the Black Fens in the northeast and check out what's happening in that sort of cursed fishing village there, you might want to explore rumors of sort of trolls in the mountains to the northwest, or a mysterious sort of reporting of skeletons rising from the grave in the old chapel in the east. Whatever it is, I want you to be able to go there and not necessarily follow a linear plot. Nothing's going to be scaled, of course. We're not going to have like, the Oblivion Skyrim sort of thing where, you meet level 2 bandits and you dispatch them, then you come back to the same area at level 50 and there's level 50 bandits and they're wearing plate mail and so on. Because that to me just feels a little bit like a treadmill. I want this to feel like there's dangerous areas in this world. There is, you can stumble across a dragon's cave, wow, this is a weird little cave in the side of the mountain. Let's go in there. And there's a massive level 60 red dragon who just stomps your party. I'm not going to stop you going in there. You'll stop yourself by dying. There'll certainly be areas that are locked off initially because you might not have a boat to get to a mysterious island off the northwest of the continent or something like that, or a mountain pass that's blocked and so on. We're going to have gateways and so on, but there will be much more exploration and, things that you can do in the order that you want to do them. Also going to be tons of variety in terms of character configurations and items you can use and spells and combos and tactical combat. All the stuff that you loved in Swords and Sandals will be going into this as well. So I'm super excited, as you can probably tell. And, I want to focus on this sort of stuff. And when I did that video yesterday about Godot, I realized that I was just starting to get into things that I just don't want to get involved in. I just want to be a game developer. I'm not political. I have my own thoughts, just like everyone else, but I don't need to, you don't need to hear them. I don't need to, whatever. Take a stand on the personal level, but let's just make games. Let's make our games and so on. Anyway. Almost caught myself going down one of the same rabbit holes I went down in the last video. Listen, I just want to thank all my Patreon supporters here. BGP, Cavity number 1, Dane Simino, Brandon K, Noah Gordejan, XUp Omega, Seth Drabitko, Jeffro of Hex 3D, Hopeless, Louis Fugel, Valenwed, Evan, and Martin Chalupski. You guys are the best, and I appreciate you guys. I'm going to do you a Patreon letter in a minute, actually, talk about what's next for the game. And if you would like to be a supporter, where's my Armorer? Armorer. Dargan's disappeared. I used to be able to get this Armorer. Oh, there he is. If you would like to be a Patreon, that would make my day. So effective. So professional. That's what you get at Whiskeybarrel Studios is professional. It's about its finest. That's about it for today. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 at night. If you're playing that, let me know what you liked about it and what you didn't like. Because, we want to try and implement... this game is going to be much closer to the old Gold Box games and Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and things like that. Much closer to that. Obviously, we're a tiny team of 2. We're not going to even try to replicate something like Baldur's Gate 3 because that would be folly. But let me know what you liked and what you didn't like. And who's in your party? I have Karlak, the fighter, Shadowheart, and Gale, the wizard. Shadowheart, the cleric. And I'm a fighter as well. So I've got rocking two fighters because I like my melee combat and so on. Did not like Laziel. I instantly dispatched her. I didn't like the aggressive, just coming at me hard from the beginning. Wasn't into that, and so I had to side with the tieflings and slice her up. I'm wearing her armor in tribute. It's a great game, and I can't wait to go back and play it next time. And maybe next time I will try the Laziel storyline and try a whole bunch of different characters, because I can imagine every time you play this game, it's going to be very different. It's a staggering achievement from an amazing company. All right, my friends, until next time, be kind to each other, and bye for now.